So, my wife is going to see that 50 Shades of Grey movie, the second one, 50 Shades of Grey Darker, right? And fortunately for me, I don't have to go. I got out of it. Because she knows that it's not my thing. I wouldn't like it. I would be annoying, and even if it were the best 50 Shades Grey movie ever, I'd be a pain in the ass. I'd be oh god, like that. I'm lucky. I'm getting to see the movie Rings, but we were talking about the movie, and it's funny. She was telling me a story about how they were finding like loose cucumbers, like in the movie theater. Possibly used, I don't know, that people had left there. And so I was joking with her. I say, look, if you go to the movie theater and you see any of those cucumbers, don't pick them up. Don't bring them home. Don't make a salad with them. No, do not do that. And she's like, oh, come on. There's no way that people would bring cucumbers into a movie like that. Because there's the real things they use. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. Think of it this way, right? Like, some people might be embarrassed. They may not want to go to a movie theater. I'm sorry. Some people may be embarrassed. They may not want to go to a sex shop or order on eBay like a dildo or a vibrator or something like that. And cucumbers, you can go anywhere for cucumbers. Nobody even gives it a second thought. You can go buy like the biggest, fattest cucumbers you've ever seen. And nobody. Everybody thinks you're gonna put it in a salad, or you're gonna, cucumber slices for salad, whatever. They don't think you're gonna like stick it up your hole, or sneak it into a movie theater so you can like do yourself while you're watching 50 Shades of Grey because it's gonna be so hot. But the funny thing is too, right? I heard that movie's not even good. They're just like cashing in on it. They're just like getting that sweet 50 Shades of Grey first movie, the darker version, cashing in on that, right? And my wife was telling me, right, going back to where she was like, oh, she didn't even want me to come anyway, right? She said she'd rather see the movie alone. And which, I understand, I guess, because like I said, nobody wants, like, a guy being like, when is this movie over? How much longer? Stuff like that. Sit next to her, right? And she said if she's alone, she can enjoy the movie, right? And I said, and we were joking some more, and I said, well, she said she'd rather be alone, but she just hopes no creepy guys will be in there. Like, when you go, they say they have women's night out at the strip clubs, right? So the women go to the strip club, and a bunch of guys would say, or had the idea that if they go to the strip club when the women's night out, where they see a bunch of like naked guys with, dancing around, shit like that, the women will get all worked up, right? So if they go out there and they're hanging out outside the clubs, they can pretty much pick up whoever they want because they're like ready to go. They're like, oh my god, I'm so horny, whatever, right? So she was like, oh, she hopes she's not in the movie theater, and she gets that kind of thing. I said, yeah, that would be creepy if you turned away for a minute and then turned to your left and there was some guy sitting right next to you, like staring at you, right? And she goes, oh, that would never happen. I said, yeah, but I said if it was me, right, I would be sitting there next to you, right, and I'd be going like, hello, right? And then I would whip out some licorice whips, right? The candy, and I would start slowly whipping you, like, and I'd be like, do you like that?